Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the review for AEW Double or Nothing 2021. I, of course, Patrick Young. This gentleman's primary is my co-host, Joe Venuta.
And click off on
I
the
don't know why,
buy.
but it felt like I was leaning in the frame there, but let's just go with this.
Start off on the buy-in. Serena D defeated Rio to retain the NXT. NWA Women's Championship.
Yeah, this was a very good NXT match. This was actually probably one of the better pre-show kickoff, whatever you consider just like a match before the pay-per-view. This is probably one of the better ones you would expect. Serena and Rio worked really well together, and turned in a hell of a performance for free.
Yeah, Serena.
Well, you get the idea.
Well, it's free because it's on YouTube too. So.
Yeah,
and
free meaning for us. They weren't working for nothing.
Right,
Serena and Rio.
We're not sexist.
We weren't paying for it.
We're not sexist.
Yes.
Cody will handle that later. If you have a problem with sexism, call Cody.
Yeah.
That'll be our next.
If there's any social problem,
call
Cody Rhodes.
He'll handle it.
Yes.
Yeah. Serena's a low-key top 5 women's wrestler right now. She's consistently delivering show-stealing performances whenever she pops up on AEW television. And her technical ability and her way to make anybody look good. No. Her way to make those women over there, this is hard to look like the most skilled people on the roster. I said this comparison a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago about Battle Match around Ray Velez. I'll say again, she's reminiscent of Bret Hart. A compliment for her. That carries a ton of weight for me, believe me. So that means a lot, Serena. I hear.
Yeah, you don't throw Bret Hart comparisons lightly.
I hear she worked with Rio in a smart psychological mesh.
Psychological?
Yeah, I botched the word, but that's what we knew for AEW too. Not botched it, no, it's psychological.
Yeah.
There was a split crowd and Serena fully turned the fans into cheering for Rio. And the finish sequence I thought was fire and further established Serena as an arguably the most skilled technician in the division. And Rio's always game and she's a pillar of the women's division. But Serena shined the brighter one and helped the match to kick things off.
I give it a B+.
Probably on the Rio with a B, but probably become a little higher down the line. Up next, Hangman Page defeated Brian Cage.
Looking at the card, this is probably the correct choice for the opener. Being that they had more of a quick-paced match between the two, and maybe a little bit more indie style, but more of a smartly worked indie style. Yeah, it's smart. Cage lost off the distraction from Team Taz, and they'll continue that story. Yeah, I picked Cage here, but it was a smartly booked story, and if you're actually going to have Page be the threat down the road, then yeah, this was correctly booked.
Yeah, like Serena in the buy-in match, Hangman has been as consistent as any other male star on the AEW roster. Repeatedly delivered against comparable styles and sizes. Such was this case in this Labernacher, I guess is the right word. It was intense. Saw both guys firing for each other until Hook starts on one interference, backfire on Cage, and allowed Page to avenge loss. Cage is about to become a big-time babyface star because they took a year to listen to me. By way of his feud with Team Taz, that was intensified by the events of this match, and his future is bright in that role. Then was his undefined big man. I told him that last year. He didn't listen. So at least they eventually listened to me. I know what I'm talking about. I am the champion for a reason. I give good advice. I don't want to see no company fail. I'm trying to help all companies out. I'm equal opportunity company. Sorry. They should just listen anymore. I'm glad to see somebody does. As for Page, he raised a genuine threat to become K-Mega's champion. Of course, you can get back to that with this one.
I give it a B.
B. Up next, AEW Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks defeat Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston to retain the titles.
This was my match of the night. Very well worked tag team match here. Young Bucks played up to the heel role perfectly. honestly, as they have been. I think they've been playing that role really well as just unlikable people. And Moxley and Kingston, I think, played sympathetic very well as well. Good match back and forth here. Young Bucks continuing the reign they had for the AEW tag titles. Isn't necessarily the bad choice, but I don't think you necessarily had a wrong choice in either one, really.
That's a nice way of saying this.
Yeah.
Will Killrick Knox to acknowledge.
You're welcome.
To acknowledge that the Bucks were both illegally in the match pretty much entire third of the match, and maybe force one of them to get that inconsistency side.
But it's a Young Bucks match.
Yeah, this was a hell of a match that lived up to its potential. The Bucks countered the Smash Mouth style offense with the tag team combo, double team tags. I included a excessive BT trigger stat seed that was at the end. And Moxley and Kingston played every bit of the gutsy, resilient baby faces from Philly that they always bring up. That
they do always bring up Philly. I'll give you that. Yeah.
No, they brought up they went down to Maine.
But I think they lived in Philly together.
Yeah.
And became friends in Philly.
Yeah, they were solos, and consequently, the Bucks remained the second best tag team in the world. Usos, knock off 2 top star. I said the second best tag team in the world.
Yeah.
Usos. They're back together for now.
In case you wanted to know who the number 1 tag team in the world was.
Usos.
Yes.
But the Usos might break up into this week's SmackDown tag title match, so it could be the Bucks.
Yeah.
Knock off the 2 top stars that are overcoming their moveset process. And in many ways, the Bucks need this more. Because it passed my record, but not only for me. To prove their toughness as heels, though, too, after months of just being sarcastic and disrespectful. Now as credible as ever, takes a whole team to defend them, so there you go. And they pinned the last world champ, so.
I give the match an A.
A. Next, Jungle Boy won the Casino Battle Royal.
And of course my bad luck with Battle Royals continues because, well, fuck me in Battle Royals. Jungle Boy picks up the win here. It was your normal Battle Royal fare. Doesn't necessarily have moments that stood out for you, but I guess they choose the winner, so there can be worse Battle Royals.
Yeah, Battle Royals, however, Rumbles are notoriously difficult to execute. If only because the ring nature does not allow for a great match. And thus, you gotta realize storytelling, which is the more important. This has some of that. Especially with Nakamura continuing the Factory's feud with the Nightmare Family by Coulson Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the Hardy Family Office. That's the name, right? Hardy Family Office.
I think so,
yeah. Dominating the action. That may not be enough to elevate it beyond average for you, but the finish was.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy was the crowd favorite. Put over as strong as possible by out wrestling Hall of Famer. I like Christian. And that was enough. Christian made sure to put them over more by encouraging them to make the most of it afterwards. It was great booking. Amy McCree, a new star, and did. I guess congratulations to Leo Rush for his debut. If he is a debut. He had electrifying showing, I guess is the word. But as electric as it was, he was gone.
Yeah. It wasn't really of note. It was more like they had to fill a spot that was a surprise.
Yeah, it's like congratulations on his debut if he signed. But he had like a few moves, but he left an impression.
Yeah, C+.
See. Up next, Cody Rhodes, shockingly, defeated Fandango.
We could have seen it coming from a mile away, but we decided to choose different because it was right. Didn't necessarily turn out to feel that way either, if it had gone that way, because Ogogo is still green as anything, working in a heel style in the match. And controlling the match wasn't necessarily all that. It wasn't necessarily his strong suit, let's just say. And Cody obviously picked up the win here. Probably not the right choice going forward because they did have him Ogogo shown pretty dominantly in previous weeks.
Mm.
But if he's green, he can't go any further. I can kind of see why they went the way they did. It still doesn't make me like Cody any more or less, to be fair, at this point.
Yeah, Gogo's green. He did nothing wrong. I can tell he's green. If that might not make sense on the surface, but like there was nothing noticeably bad. Nothing like you're going to write home about.
But it didn't feel like he was trying to get the shine either.
No, I thought his selling was good, but I don't know why he was the one selling. Mr. Tone Death over here. He tried to put Ogogo over as a force with the knockouts, but like Pat was saying, it wasn't really his strong suit controlling the match.
Yeah.
But he did win the match, Cody probably not. But there was a like guy named American Dream was losing on Memorial Day weekend, so even though he didn't really resemble America with his gear and looked more like Britain and the Blue Bulls.
Except his boots were American flag.
Yeah.
And his belt that he gave away.
I guess with less than stellar creative, it was better than I expected. Which I had lower expectations.
Yeah. C minus.
See. Up next, Britt Baker defeated Hikaru to win the AEW Women's Championship.
I think he missed Miro and Archer.
Up next, Miro defeated Lance Archer.
To
be fair, I did miss it.
Yeah. To be fair, we did miss a part of this because
we were underneath the couch.
My phone fell behind the couch.
No, we were under the couch. That was no context you need to be having.
But my phone fell behind the couch, so we got that. So we missed like the first 2 minutes of this match.
Yeah.
Out of the
5 or
6 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
This match got. But it felt like a Haas match, but a very uninteresting one. It got in like their power moves, but it didn't necessarily feel impactful or anything, and the crowd wasn't necessarily all that into it either.
I was underneath the couch. And they couldn't bring the crowd back from Mr. America.
Yeah. Mr. All-American himself.
I literally skipped the match, so I don't know how much more to add there.
I was nice and gave it a C.
See. Next, Britt Baker defeats Hikaru to win the AEW Women's Championship.
I did really like this match. I thought both girls did a good job, and I do love the moment of Britt finally getting her championship. However, there were moments in this match where both girls felt like they were sort of out of place and didn't necessarily know what to do next. Or when they put in their moves, it felt like they were trying to do a move to show that they were doing the move, and when they actually hooked it in, it looked kind of really awkward. Not a bad match, obviously. It was still pretty good. They created enough drama for Britt to have a big moment at the end, but it just felt off to me.
Yeah, expectations that Britt would win the title were high. After a year-long journey to fan acceptance, and at the top of the women's division, she developed into one of the best characters in all AEW, and absolutely earned her right to hold a gold. That people turn out her to hold much earlier than this, but the title one comes off of a match that I really think as a wrestle match could have been an A. If some stuff was clear.
Yeah. That's probably a better description of it.
Yeah. They look like they belong on the double or nothing stage. Because they're the best of the bunch by Serena.
Yeah.
They had the crown palm in hand. They did have their falls out. Even I was buying into for Shia. The execution of high spots weren't always superb. But the crowd was absolutely on fire for Britt. As Shia, on her times when she was on, proved why she was the woman trusted character division on her back for years.
Yeah.
So it was excellent from the moment. It was excellent in the moments that they were excellent. It was sloppy, though, in the moments that they were sloppy. But I will still say the woman involved do earn their flowers.
Yes.
From social media fans and critics alike, I will say that.
I gave it a B minus.
B plus. Up next, Sting and Darby Allin defeat Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky in the second biggest upset of the night. Right behind Cody being Infinite Go-Go.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have seen this coming from a mile away. Technically, both matches, I think we both said, the other guys are probably going to win.
Yeah, besides
but it's right for these guys to actually be the ones that go over. And we were wrong on that aspect. So this was a fair match here. Sting was able to do stuff that no 62-year-old man should probably be doing, and to really impress the crowd. Otherwise, it just felt like a tag team match on a pay-per-view that could have easily been on TV.
Yeah. If anyone ever questions Sting's love for professional wrestling, they need to look no further in this match. Yeah, the grade's going to be for Sting, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy's a millionaire many times over, I'm sure, who already has established his legacy, and he returned because he had unfinished business between the ring, not cinematically, and warehouse. After the injury that appeared in his career 6 years ago, he full forward to get back in the ring and wanted a company that would allow him to do that. And his first match in front of that crowd in 6 years, he showed all the show out. He threw his bio to the ropes with reckless abandon, and I use his words nicely.
Yeah.
Even though it's AEW, so you can take that the wrong way. He had his signature offense, and he made an electrifying babyface comeback as all he can. And other than that, it was a solid tag match that started between Tackle and Dudley from Ethan and Scorpio. Sting Aaron put Scorpio away and earned victory away for 6 years. So I guess overall the match was everything it needed to be. It was emotional for Sting and well-deserved outcome for one of wrestling's most beloved stars at this space of 2 years.
Yeah. I gave it a C+.
B-. That has more to do with me almost falling over and light and destroying Sting's meet and greet situation. AEW World Championship match, Kenny Omega defeated Orange Cassidy and Pac.
My problem going into this match was that this match wasn't going to be believable if Omega lost, and that the outcome was pretty obvious. For me, it stayed in that course really until like the very end, where Omega being the uber heel and hitting Pac multiple times with all of his belts that he had available, because he was an asshole heel doing that and should have gotten his comeuppance, which I bought into which was really, for me, the only time I bought into an Orange Cassidy near fall.
Right.
However, I'll give it to them that pretty much Daly's place went absolutely nuts whenever Orange Cassidy even got close to like a 1 count. the place was going.
This was the match that brought the fans back to life.
Yeah.
Minus Brett and Sting.
Yeah.
Individually, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely that type of match. Otherwise, I didn't necessarily see Omega losing the belt. The closest was literally the last near fall after, and it literally ended about 5 seconds later off of an Omega roll-up. Not a good match. Well, it is a good match here, but not necessarily a great match. With a little more drama, maybe it could have gotten there.
Yeah, this was a test run to see if the fans would accept Orange as a main event role in a big time world title match. Then he passed that with flying colors. The fans were red hot for him. He fired up when necessary and then had them buy into the possibility that he could actually win a title. A lot of that was due to the work of Omega and Pac.
Yeah.
Who, neither of them who hesitate to sell for him. And so they put his offense to perfection, make it feel like he belonged in there with 2 of the best in the world. See, Omega opinion. 2 of the best in the world. Omega went via cheap roll-up, after instantly cheating the moment like he did right before by hand Pac with all 4 titles to the head. Is a great bit of heel booking. He scored a cheap roll with somebody of his blades and he only like he actually earned the win. And despite coming with his second drop in title numerous occasions, so. And we knew with the talent involved the match would be good. So and that front didn't disappoint. What we did not know was how well Orange will perform in the big spot. And more importantly, how the fans will react to him in that spot. We are answering now, it probably is not out of the wrong possibility that Orange remains in or around the top of the card. And I've proven he belongs in the biggest match of his career probably to date.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I gave it a B.
A-. And the main event, Steve Stampede, Air Circle defeated the Fan Call. and the third biggest upset in the night, right behind Cody and Sting Ethan Page. I'm just saying it around. You notice all the matches I lost with upsets.
Yeah. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, ironic.
Yeah, this was a fun match here. I am sort of past the cinematic match aspect.
Which probably must hold my green back.
Yeah, especially when you have a full crowd in the arena.
So that's biased, just let you know.
Yeah. And we did, to be fair, how AEW does it, we do hear the crowd in the arena.
Yeah, so it's not full cinematic.
Yeah, you do hear the crowd reaction to it. And it was a bit of fun here, but it's sort of just going to be just the last footnote in this period of wrestling. Let's get back to full crowd matches, please.
Yeah, the two factions had the impossible task to live up to last year's lofty expectations. So, set by last year's CMCP, that match was brilliantly creative, extraordinarily executed, and needed at the time.
Yeah.
And one match of the year awards, and deservedly so. This one was different, though. It did leave behind. It left behind much of the creativity of the first one.
Yeah.
Which hurts it if you're going for the same match. And left out some of the humor too. Left out a lot of the humor, which was probably needed to be left out.
Yeah.
This one was more like a straightforward grudge match, so it fits the hatred between the two teams. And then the Inner Circle being desperate to remain a faction in AEW. So you have a contest that was totally different, and that aspect it did work. It was physical violence, still mixed in a few humor spots. And above all, the right thing, shine the brightest possible spotlight on Saban Guerrero. Because he picked up the win on Team over Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears, whoever he is nowadays. On Cassidy Lee's level. Saban's been one of the more,
Funny enough, you remember Cassie Lee and that, Sean Spears.
Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears.
Or, even Peyton Royce.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. I remember Billy Kay.
Yeah.
Or Jesse K. Okay. Yeah, Sammy's been one of the more talented young guys in wrestling over the last 2 years, and his babyface turn created a ton of buzz for him, and here he did the babyface Gus comeback for the win. Jericho and JF took up a good chunk of the match.
Yeah.
No beef, though. So from that to Sammy's triumph moment, the spotlight, all that was good. I brought it in, I think, to the rivalry faction. Or at least I can hope. This is the end, because I wasn't even a fan of continuing this after Blood and Gus. So.
Yeah.
Air Servers, Pinnacles, done now, and any hint that may drag on past this will only serve to undo what was successful.
I could see continuing in individual parts.
And
like how they had it cut down with the former LAX versus FTR.
Everybody else together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wardlow versus Hager, Guevara versus Spears,
and Jericho and JF. Yeah.
I can see that breaking down like that.
Yeah, that any more faction matches will undo the Blood and Gus in this.
Yeah.
Overall,
I gave it a B+.
Same here.
I'm
awful at the final grade for the match.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Overall for the match. Overall, however, doesn't necessarily change. I'm giving the entire show B+ here.
That's what I gave it to. Okay.
Yeah. We had a really great match in the Young Bucks, Moxley, and Eddie Kingston. And we also had a really great show right behind it. However, there are matches that do hold it back for me.
Battle Royal.
Yeah, Battle Royal, Cody, Go-Go. Even the women's match, I think, could have been better.
Yeah.
But that's honestly just my personal choice compared to Joe's, who gave it an A-, and I gave it a B-. But otherwise, it was a overall fun show to watch with maybe a little low in the middle.
That's what he wants. So B+. The Battle Royal, Coat, Mr. America, and Miro and Archer. The Battle Royal really tried to cry out, but I actually C+ for a casino battle royal.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn high.
But throwing in a generic battle royal in the middle of your show doesn't necessarily always help either.
No.
I mean, AEW is not the only ones that's ever done that, to be fair.
Cody and Gogo had no heat, and Miro Archer didn't miss much at the beginning of the hike, and didn't really click as much as I thought they would.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. They did try to go all out. No pun intended. They did try to go all out, though, for the only 6 minutes they got, to be fair.
Yeah.
They looked like they were going for the motions to get to 6 minutes. Everyone else after that was fine. So my overall's a DMD, because the face of AEW finally got crowned, and she's amazing and hot and stunning and beautiful. She's nowhere near Serena's level of in ring skill, clearly. The match was on The match was not.
I never said Britt Baker was horrible looking.
The match was not a pre-wrestle match, but that's not what it was supposed to be now. I will stay by that, though. And you want the pre-wrestle match, you obviously watched the first women's match. And
I think the sloppy moments stuck out a lot
she
more.
and Britt don't have chemistry either. They both have a chemistry with Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa needs to be in that feud. Britt and Thunder Rosa should be the match at All Out. I think everybody's agreeing on that.
Probably, yeah.
Of course, Thunder Rosa should probably win that, though, at that point. And, but so Britt should have that short of a reign, though, either.
Be about 3 months. 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, that's true. Thunder Rosa and Britt should main event the pay-per-view, too. There, I'm going with that. She's the face of AEW. Hello. And she's their feud. That's their feud of the year so far. I don't want to hear it. But I'll do it for this. Oh, no. Wait, my fault. I started off my championship reign with a loss. Then I had a tie. And now it's a story told. 3-part story. I lost, no contest, and now I won. So.
No, you won last month. Because we were tied.
Yeah, no, but it's not so dramatic. It tries to always go for the moon.
Why are you slapping my leg?
Because I need a drum. Past punishment review for Tuesday. We all know what's happening. You guys all vote it. WWF King of the Ring, 1996. With a 7.51 rating, the highest pay-per-view rating. What did I have anyway?
You were going to have Spring Stampede 94.
Oh, shit. Double. Alright. King of the Ring 96, we have... What's that stream?
My second choice was WWE One Night Stand 2008. But I think you did that.
I think you gave me that one first.
Yeah, I think I did.
The fun thing with this is, so... I had 2 pay-per-views, and when I win TakeOver, I could give you the other one.
Oh, so you think you're going to win TakeOver, okay.
No, I know I have.
Oh, so you think you're going to win TakeOver, okay.
No, I know I have.
So you think you're going to win TakeOver, okay.
The MASH card, this is the best pay-per-view anybody's got in a while.
Yeah, true.
With a 7.12 rating, King of the Ring semifinal match, Steve Austin versus Mark Mero. Semifinal match, Jake Roberts versus Vader. World Tag Team match, Stroke Guns versus the Goblins. Ultimate Warrior versus Jerry Lawler. With a 7.04 rating. Probably the match that not just told about in the series, Mankind versus The Undertaker. Her first match.
Yeah.
An Intercontinental match, Ahmed versus Goldust. King of the Ring 96 final match, Ulster versus Jake Roberts. That's more known for something else.
Yeah.
And the highest rated match tonight with a 7.87 for the World Heavyweight title. Outside referee Mr. Perfect. Shawn Michaels defending against the British Bulldog. Actually, all 3 matches that are rated are all in the 7s, so that might not be your match anyway.
Yeah.
Well, they're all pretty close. So I'll look for that. I'll be back on Tuesday this time, because there's no Dynamite on Wednesday, so I actually on Tuesday. I'll be back on Tuesday to give you this King of the Ring 1997. Or 1996.
You just read it.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Tip C. This was tipsy.
That wasn't even close to anything in the English language.
Yes, it was. So we'll be back on Tuesday.
You do a T and then you get lazy at the end.
No, on Tuesday. It's only
Kind of like how you're going to do your predictions. Oh.
You've been better just getting the GIF up and Dak Black, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So see you on Tuesday with past Punch Review, King of Ring 1996. See you then. Bye. Oh.